Welcome back to Basin Motorsports. Canaan here for another repair on the 86 Mustang. Now you should know if you have struts on your hatchback, trunk, or hood, eventually they are going to wear out. So today we're going to take the old crusty ones off our 1986 hatchback and put on a set of fresh ones so you'll get rid of the old 2x4. Now to really change this out, it's really going to be pretty easy. First thing, going to make sure I get some gloves on because these things have blown seals, so they're kind of oily a little bit and they've got a lot of dirt. So I'm going to cover my hands, that way I don't have to wash them too much later. Next thing I'm going to be is I'm going to grab a small screwdriver to be able to pry the clips loose on the ends, and then we'll take them off one at a time before we get rid of the old 2x4. Okay, so to get this started, the first thing I'm going to do is grab my screwdriver. Now you can use a pry tool if you like, but I like these screwdrivers have a very thin point here. So you can see how small that head is compared to my finger. This is a great tool to use to be able to get these clips off on the shocks themselves. Now on each side of the gas shock, they're going to have these metal clips. And these are in all the way. So you should see it like this, where it's all the way flush across. Now the goal with this small piece here is that you're going to use it to pry these up. So you want to get underneath of it, just like this, and you're going to pry that up and away. And you want to get that off on both sides so that it comes all the way up. And then there's a stud that fits right in here. So the stud will be here. Once you have this clip pulled up, it'll pop right off. Now on the other end is going to be a bracket. You can take this clip off and the bracket itself may or may not let go of the strut itself. So if that's the case, go ahead and take that off. Now the metal bracket itself is going to be held on with 2 Phillips head screws. So you can just use a big Phillips head screwdriver. And like these ones, these are the originals, so they're on there pretty tight. So just be patient with them. If you need to, you can always use a little bit of heat if you can, if you want to. You can also use some core oil or something like that to help loosen them up, some WD-40, PB Blast or anything like that. You could have sprayed that in there. These ones actually came out really good, and you can kind of give the green hint on them, meaning they probably had some blue Loctite originally. Now the reason to take all this off, other than I need to get these strut off, is that I can do some cleaning. With this bracket out of the way that goes to these 2 holes here, you can then get behind down in here. So mine was pretty darn gruddy and messy, so that's just some industrial degreaser, some simple green, a little bit of a scrub brush, and then just kind of getting that out. So you can kind of see how clean that is all the way down, and then you can find all that dirt that I've knocked down in there that I'll get vacuumed out of there. But you can just take this time to clean out your channel before you go ahead and put everything back in. Okay, so once everything cleaned up, if you took your bracket off, now is the time to put it back on your strut. Right here, when you try to go put this on, it doesn't fit very well between that and the body. You kind of jigger up the paint on there. So I would say now is the time to do that. Now on a new strut, it should have some grease in there, so I can kind of show you. See the whitish grease? That's just some white lithium grease. So that'll help kind of slather on there as it works, but it keeps it from galling up in that. So these are just going to snap on. So you can put it on there, squeeze it together, and it should click over and pop. Now once you know it's on, you can tell that this has gone back flat again there, and then you notice it's got the little channel there to be able to pick out with a screwdriver. So if you ever need to replace them again, you can do that. So now it's just a matter of popping this one on here, pop that one there, putting down my screws, putting my screws in, and then this one is done. Now I'll make this note that putting those screws in, I did not put blue Loctite on there. This is going to be your choice. If you don't plan to do this ever again, you can probably put some blue Loctite, and it's really going to be up to you. I don't expect these screws to back out. Now granted, this car has 180,000 miles on it, and I don't plan to put another 180,000 on it. It's going to be more of a weekend car, and it's going to be for sale. So whoever buys this car, just know that I did you a favor. The screws will back out a heck of a lot easier than now if you ever need to change these. Okay, so with the passenger side completely done, I don't need a 2x4 anymore. Haha! So here's a little bit of extra of 2x4 for whatever I need it for. Now to note, someone had already replaced the right-hand side, so the screws there were had been taken out before, so they came out nice and easy, no problem. Now when you order these struts, I would say replace them in pairs. They're kind of like windshield wipers. They're not that expensive, and if one goes bad, you might as well just replace the other, because if one is bad, it's going to put extra pressure on the other one and make it fatigue and wear out faster than it should. One of these is probably going to be strong enough to hold up the hatch itself, and once you do both, they're in great shape. Just to get these snapped on, again, you're going to have to lift this all the way up, push it all the way to extended, snap it on, and then it's in good shape. Now, you can tell us, ooh, this thing's so strong now. But once you get it down, oh, how awesome is that? Now keep in mind that there are going to be different hatches. Some are available with and without spoiler. So when you order your struts or when you buy them, make sure you buy those that are matching to your car. So these struts are stronger because they have to have the additional weight of the spoiler. Now if you have a strutless one or you go to a heavier wing, you know, maybe you change out from the stock one to a Tiida wing, a Celine wing, etc. If you go heavier on the struts, take that into account. If you find you're struggling with them, you may need something that is the same size but has a stronger push rating. Then the beauty of it, when they're all done, you can just open it up and it about shoots it off to the moon. These things are so strong. Alright guys, so that's it. Now this whole job here, probably by the time you gather your tools, you're going to be 15 to 20 minutes in with the extra cleaning. It's really pretty simple. A couple screws out, a couple clips you pop off, take the struts off, clean, put them back, and this baby is ready to go. As always, I will have links to parts down in the description, so if you need a set of these or you need some tools, check the description down below and I will have something there for you. So thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. That's how you replace your hatchback hood or trunk gas struts. Simple, easy peasy. We'll see you next time.